We find ourselves in this modern age adrift in a sea of information. A constant barrage of data, opinions, and possibilities bombards us from every direction. The internet, a marvel of human ingenuity, has become for many a source of both connection and crippling anxiety. This relentless stimulation, this incessant need to analyze and process, has fostered a pervasive culture of overthinking. We dissect every interaction, every decision, every fleeting thought, losing ourselves in a labyrinth of our own minds. This constant mental activity, while seemingly productive, often leads to paralysis. The weight of endless possibilities crushes the spirit, leaving us unable to choose a path, to take a leap of faith. We become prisoners of our own intellect, trapped in a cycle of analysis that yields little in the way of genuine understanding or lasting peace. Our well-being suffers, our creative energy stagnates, and our capacity for joy diminishes. The simple act of living becomes a complex equation, forever unsolved. This relentless overthinking, this modern predicament, is a symptom of a deeper disconnect, a separation from our inner wisdom, from the intuitive knowing that resides within each of us. It's a forgetting of the profound power of the unconscious, a realm of vast potential often overlooked in our frantic pursuit of rational explanation. But what if there were another way? What if, instead of battling the relentless tide of thought, we learned to navigate it, to harness the power of intuition, to rediscover the quiet wisdom of our own souls? This is a journey we begin now, a journey inward towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, a journey that promises not just relief from the anxieties of overthinking, but a richer, more meaningful life. Carl Jung, the eminent Swiss psychiatrist, understood the human psyche with a depth that continues to resonate today. He saw the limitations of relying solely on conscious thought, on the relentless churning of the rational mind. He recognized that this constant intellectual activity, while seemingly essential for navigating complexities of life, could, in fact, be a significant impediment to genuine understanding. Jung believed that the conscious mind, with its linear thinking and its tendency towards overanalysis, often obscures the deeper wisdom residing within the unconscious. The unconscious, according to Jung, is not simply a repository of repressed memories and forgotten experiences, but a vast, fertile landscape teeming with symbols, archetypes, and intuitive insights. It is a source of creativity, inspiration, and profound understanding, often far exceeding the capabilities of conscious reasoning. He viewed excessive thinking as a kind of shadow, obscuring the light of intuition, preventing us from accessing the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that lies dormant within. Jung's critique of excessive thinking isn't a dismissal of reason. Instead, it's a call for balance, for a recognition of the limitations of the purely rational approach. He urged us to cultivate a more holistic perspective, one that integrates the insights of both the conscious and unconscious minds. By acknowledging the profound influence of the unconscious, we begin to appreciate the richness and complexity of the human experience, moving beyond the confines of our limited, conscious understanding. This integration, this mindful blending of reason and intuition, is key to unlocking the true potential within us, a potential often stifled by the relentless demands of our overthinking minds. The path forward, then, lies not in suppressing our thoughts, but in learning to listen to the whispers of our inner wisdom, allowing the unconscious to guide and illuminate our journey. The shadow of overthinking casts a long reach, its tendrils wrapping around our minds and hearts, constricting our ability to live fully and freely. It manifests in many forms, each a testament to the insidious nature of unchecked mental activity. Anxiety, that familiar knot in the stomach, becomes a constant companion, fueled by the endless stream of what-ifs and should-haves that plague the overthinking mind. Decisions, one simple act of will, become monumental tasks, each choice dissected and analyzed to the point of paralysis. Imagine this. You're faced with a simple choice, which path to take on your morning walk. An overactive mind might transform this mundane decision into a complex calculation, weighing the pros and cons of each route, considering the potential for unforeseen obstacles, ultimately leading to a sense of overwhelm and inaction. This is a shadow of overthinking at work, transforming everyday occurrences into sources of stress and anxiety. Furthermore, Overthinking fosters a detachment from our intuition and our feelings. The relentless activity of the conscious mind drowns out the quieter, more subtle voices of our inner wisdom. We become estranged from the wellspring of our emotions, unable to access the valuable insights they offer. The rich tapestry of human experience, the joys, sorrows, and intuitions, is reduced to a series of abstract concepts, analyzed and dissected until their essence is lost. This disconnection leaves us feeling hollow, alienated, and adrift in a sea of our own making. The antidote, therefore, is not to silence the mind completely, but to cultivate a mindful awareness, a gentle attentiveness that allows us to observe our thoughts without judgment, ultimately making space for the whispers of our intuition to be heard. This is a path to reclaiming our lives from the shadow of overthinking. We've explored the pitfalls of overthinking, the relentless mental activity that often hinders our well-being and obscures our path. But what is the alternative? What is this intuition we speak of, this seemingly mystical faculty that promises a different way of knowing? Intuition, in its essence, is a form of knowing that transcends the limitations of conscious, linear thought. It's not a random guess or a hunch, but a deeper, more profound way of perceiving reality. It bypasses the usual processes of analysis and deduction, drawing instead from the vast reservoir of knowledge and experience residing within the unconscious mind. Think of it as a direct line to your inner wisdom, a silent conversation with the deeper recesses of your being. While overthinking dissects and analyzes, intuition synthesizes and integrates. It's a holistic way of knowing, encompassing not only logic and reason, but also emotions, feelings, and symbols. It's a felt sense, a gut feeling, a sudden flash of insight that often arises unexpectedly, seemingly from nowhere. This isn't to diminish the importance of reason. Rather, it's to suggest that a balanced approach, one that integrates both conscious and unconscious processes, is essential for a richer, more complete understanding of ourselves and the world. Intuition is not a magical power reserved for a select few. It's a capacity inherent within each of us, often obscured by the noise of our overactive minds. By quieting the relentless chatter of our thoughts, by creating space for stillness and reflection, we open ourselves to the subtle yet powerful guidance of our intuition. It's a journey inward, a process of rediscovering the innate wisdom that resides within, a wisdom that can guide us towards greater clarity, more fulfilling choices, and a more harmonious relationship with ourselves and the world around us. This journey of cultivating intuition is a journey towards wholeness, a journey we embark on together. Let's dispel any notion that intuition is some mystical, ethereal force, somehow opposed to rational thought. Intuition, in the Jungian perspective, is a valid cognitive function, a pathway to accessing the vast wellspring of wisdom and knowledge residing in the unconscious mind. It's not a replacement for reason, but a powerful complement, enriching and expanding our capacity for understanding. Imagine the unconscious as a vast hidden library, filled with volumes of experience, insights, and intuitive knowledge accumulated throughout your life. Your conscious mind, with its analytical abilities, is like a skilled librarian, able to locate and retrieve specific pieces of information. However, intuition acts as a kind of inner compass, guiding you toward the most relevant and pertinent information, even if you're not consciously aware of what you're seeking. It whispers suggestions, offers insights, and illuminates paths you might not have otherwise considered. This interplay between conscious and unconscious processes is not a conflict, but a collaboration. Rational thought provides structure and analysis, while intuition provides insight and direction. They work in tandem, enriching and informing each other. One doesn't negate the other. Rather, they enhance each other's capabilities, leading to a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the world. The goal is not to suppress one in favor of the other, but to cultivate a balanced relationship, allowing both rational thought and intuitive insight to inform your decisions and shape your life. This integration is crucial for navigating the complexities of life with greater clarity, confidence, and ultimately, fulfillment. It's about harnessing the power of both your conscious intellect and your unconscious wisdom, creating a harmonious partnership between reason and intuition. The human ego, that striving center of our personality, often seeks control through meticulous planning and relentless analysis. We believe that by figuring everything out, by anticipating every possible outcome, we can somehow master life's complexities and navigate its uncertainties with ease. This is a myth of figuring it all out, a seductive illusion that often traps us in a cycle of overthinking and anxiety. The truth is, life is inherently unpredictable. No amount of planning can fully anticipate every twist and turn, every unexpected event that life throws our way. Clinging to the illusion of control, to the belief that we can perfectly predict the future, only serves to heighten our anxiety and disconnect us from the wisdom of our intuition. We become so preoccupied with the details, with the mechanics of control, that we fail to see the bigger picture, the underlying currents that guide our lives. Surrendering to uncertainty, to the unknown, might seem counterintuitive, even frightening. Yet, it's in this act of surrender that we open ourselves to the possibility of something greater. Trusting our intuition, allowing ourselves to be guided by that inner compass, allows us to navigate life's complexities with a grace and flexibility that mere planning cannot achieve. It's not about abandoning reason entirely, but about recognizing its limitations and embracing the wisdom of the unknown. This journey requires courage, a willingness to step outside the confines of our meticulously constructed plans and embrace the unfolding mystery of life. It is an embracing of this mystery, this uncertainty, that we discover a deeper, more authentic way of being. The unconscious mind doesn't speak in the clear, concise language of the conscious mind. Its communication is more subtle, more nuanced, expressed through symbols, dreams, gut feelings, and bodily sensations. Learning to recognize these subtle cues is key to unlocking the wisdom of your inner world. Dreams, for instance, are often powerful messages from the unconscious, laden with symbols that hold personal meaning. A recurring dream image, a feeling evoked by a particular scene. These can offer valuable insights into your inner landscape, revealing hidden patterns and unresolved conflicts. Similarly, gut feelings, those intuitive hunches that arise seemingly out of nowhere, often reflect the wisdom of your unconscious. That nagging feeling of unease about a certain decision, that sudden surge of excitement about a new opportunity. These are not mere coincidences, but subtle messages guiding you towards your true path. Pay attention to your body's wisdom as well. A tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a sudden feeling of lightness and energy. These physical sensations often reflect your emotional and psychological state. They are the body's way of communicating with you, offering valuable feedback on your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Learning to interpret these subtle cues requires practice and patience, a willingness to slow down, to listen deeply, and to trust the wisdom of your body. By paying attention to these seemingly small details, by cultivating a mindful awareness of your inner world, you open yourself to a richer, more profound understanding of yourself and your place in the world. It is a journey of self-discovery, a journey of listening to the whispers of your soul. The unconscious mind often communicates in a language of symbols, a rich tapestry of images, metaphors, and archetypes that hold profound meaning. Dreams, in particular, serve as a potent channel for these symbolic messages, offering glimpses into the hidden depths of our psyche. Recurring motifs, symbols that appear repeatedly in your dreams or daydreams, often carry significant weight, pointing towards unresolved issues, recurring themes, or emerging aspects of your personality. These aren't random images. They're carefully crafted messages from your deeper self, attempting to communicate with your conscious mind. Consider the recurring symbol of water in dreams. For example, it might represent a flow of emotions, the depths of the unconscious, or the need for emotional cleansing. A recurring image of a specific person, even someone you haven't seen in years, could suggest unresolved feelings or unfinished business. Analyzing these symbols isn't about finding a definitive interpretation from a dream dictionary, but about exploring their personal resonance, their connection to your own lived experience. It's about uncovering the underlying meaning that resonates deeply within you. Jung introduced a powerful technique for engaging with these unconscious symbols, active imagination. This involves entering into a dialogue with the figures and images in your dreams, engaging them in conversation, exploring their perspectives, and allowing them to reveal their hidden wisdom. It's a process of actively participating in the unfolding narrative of your unconscious, deepening your understanding of yourself and your relationship with the world. It's a journey into the heart of your being, a conversation with the silent wisdom of your soul. Through this process of active engagement, we begin to decipher symbolic language of the unconscious, transforming cryptic messages into profound insights. It's a journey of self-discovery, a journey of understanding the deeper self. We often find ourselves trapped in a state of head heaviness, a condition characterized by excessive thinking, analysis, and worry. Our minds race, caught in a whirlwind of thoughts, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and disconnected from our bodies and our intuition. This state of mental overload hinders our ability to make clear, informed decisions, leaving us feeling paralyzed and uncertain. It's a state of being where the mind is dominant, overshadowing the wisdom of the body and the subtle guidance of intuition. In contrast, an embodied state of being is one where our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations are integrated, working in harmony to guide our decisions and shape our actions. It's a state of being grounded, present, and connected to our inner wisdom. In this state, intuition is not a mere whisper, but a powerful force, a clear and confident guide. We are not merely thinking about our lives. We are living them fully with a heightened awareness of our physical and emotional experiences. Embodiment offers profound benefits. It fosters a deeper connection with ourselves, leading to greater self-awareness, improved emotional regulation, and a more resilient spirit. It allows us to make decisions that align with our deepest values and aspirations, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. When we are embodied, we are not just thinking. We are feeling, sensing, and intuitively knowing. It's a state of being where our whole being is engaged, not just our minds. It is a path toward a more balanced, harmonious, and ultimately, more joyful existence. It is a state of being where intuition and reason dance together in a beautiful, synergistic partnership. In our relentlessly busy lives, we rarely create space for inner reflection, for the quiet contemplation that allows us to listen to the whispers of our intuition. The constant barrage of information, the incessant demands on our attention, drown out the subtle guidance of our inner wisdom. To access this wisdom, we must cultivate inner stillness, creating a sanctuary of quietude where we can connect with our deeper selves. This isn't about escaping life's challenges, but about creating space to process them, to approach them with clarity and insight. It's about stepping back from the relentless activity of the mind and allowing ourselves to simply be, to rest in the present moment. Meditation and mindfulness practices offer powerful tools for quieting the mind and accessing the state of inner stillness. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to pass without getting swept away by their currents. Mindfulness, on the other hand, cultivates a heightened awareness of the present moment, grounding us in the here and now, allowing us to appreciate the subtle nuances of our experience. These practices are not about achieving a state of complete mental emptiness, but about creating a space where our intuition can emerge, where the subtle messages from our unconscious can be heard. It's about creating a fertile ground for the seeds of intuition to take root and blossom. It is a journey inward, a journey towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our connection to something larger than ourselves. By cultivating inner stillness, we create the conditions for profound self-discovery, allowing our intuition to guide us toward a more authentic and meaningful life. It is in the quiet spaces that we truly hear ourselves. Reconnecting with the unconscious isn't a passive process. It requires active engagement. Jungian psychology offers several practical techniques to facilitate this reconnection, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our inner world. Active imagination, as previously mentioned, involves engaging in a dialogue with the figures and symbols that emerge from our dreams and inner world. It's a process of actively listening to the language of the unconscious, allowing its wisdom to unfold. Inner listening is a crucial component of this process. It's about cultivating a mindful awareness of our inner world, paying attention to the subtle nuances of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. This involves creating space for silence, for the quiet contemplation that allows us to hear the whispers of our intuition. Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process, offering a space to explore our thoughts and feelings, to unravel complexities of our inner landscape. Writing freely without judgment can help us uncover hidden patterns and gain valuable insights into our unconscious processes. Furthermore, paying close attention to our bodily sensations can offer valuable clues to our emotional and psychological state. A tightness in the chest, a knot in the stomach, a sudden surge of energy. These physical sensations often reflect the wisdom of our unconscious. Learning to interpret these cues requires practice and patience, but the rewards are immense. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we create a pathway for the unconscious to communicate with us, enriching our lives with deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It is a path toward wholeness, a journey of self-discovery guided by the wisdom of our inner self. Often, our intuition presents itself as a subtle feeling, a gut instinct that guides us toward a particular choice or course of action. It may contradict our rational thinking, our carefully constructed plans, yet holds profound wisdom that transcends the limitations of conscious thought. This inner compass, honed by years of experience and shaped by the wisdom of the unconscious, offers a powerful alternative to the often paralyzing effects of overthinking. Learning to trust your intuition is a journey of self-discovery, a process of cultivating faith in your inner wisdom. It requires courage to follow a path that may seem illogical or uncertain, to embrace the unknown with a sense of openness and trust. It involves silencing the incessant chatter of the mind, allowing the quiet voice of intuition to be heard. This isn't about dismissing reason altogether, but about recognizing that intuition offers a valuable perspective, a holistic understanding that complements and enriches rational thought. The more we listen to and trust our intuition, the stronger it becomes. It's like a muscle that grows stronger with use, becoming a more reliable and insightful guide in our lives. Each time we follow our gut feeling, even when it feels risky or unconventional, we strengthen our connection to our inner wisdom, deepening our trust in our own inherent capabilities. This trust is not blind faith, but a conscious decision to acknowledge and value the wisdom that resides within us, a wisdom that often knows things before our conscious mind can fully comprehend them. Embrace this inner voice. It is your guide to a more fulfilling and authentic life. The journey of integrating intuition and conscious thought is not a linear path. It's a winding road filled with unexpected turns and detours. Embracing the unknown is not about abandoning reason, but about acknowledging that there is more to life than what our conscious minds can grasp. It's about accepting the inherent uncertainty of existence and trusting the process of self-discovery. This requires courage, a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones, and to let go of the need for absolute control. The integration of intuition and reason is a dance, a delicate interplay between two powerful forces. It is a process of learning to listen to the whispers of our inner wisdom, while also engaging with the logical and rational aspects of our minds. It's about finding a harmonious balance, a synergistic relationship between these two seemingly opposing forces. This journey requires patience and self-compassion. There will be times when we stumble, when we question our choices, when we feel lost and unsure of our path. But these moments of uncertainty are not to be feared. They are opportunities for growth, for deepening our understanding of ourselves and our connection to the universe. As we continue to cultivate inner stillness, to listen to the whispers of our intuition, and to engage with the wisdom of our unconscious, we will find our way. The path may be winding, but the destination is worth the journey. Trust the process, embrace the unknown, and allow your inner wisdom to guide you toward a life of greater authenticity, purpose, and joy. The journey toward wholeness is a lifelong adventure, and you are already on your way.